It's a crazy ass week for WB, it seems, and Superman Legacy finally has a villain. Well, kinda. This is the Sox Rocker Show. Hello, hello, welcome back to the show. My oh my, what a week we're having. Now, did I not say just last week that when the strike was over that the floodgates would open and entertainment tidbits would start pouring out faster than I'll get out? Well, it seems that I was right, and so here we go. Now, I've been waiting a while to do any posting about Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon because, well, I wanted to see just how much hype there was on social media about it, as opposed to, well, the Marvels and the upcoming Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Well, I would have to say that Rebel Moon is pretty much bitch slapping the other two right into the ground. And now I'm sure that since this is, a Zack Snyder project, that every single fan of little Jimmy Gunn, hey little Jimmy, is claiming that Zack has fake accounts rapid posting positive goodness about it, as they claim that he did back when the release of the Snyderverse hype was running rampant on social media. And to that I say, well, rubbish. Come on, y'all. I think people, well, they really are excited. And with the up and down, mostly down content that's been put out this year by damn near every studio, I think it's freaking fantastic. And yeah, I know. But Sox, what about Barbie? Please. Super Mario. Jan. Oppenheimer, well, it was a damn good movie, just not my cup of tea. Guardians of the Galaxy, no comment. Fast X Extreme, no comment. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I just don't get the hype on that one. I guess what I'm saying is I miss those cinematic spectacles, the ones that leave us wanting more, and I truly believe and or hope Rebel Moon just might bring that to us. That, and I think old Zack deserves a success story. I believe the man has earned it. Flame me for my opinion, if you will, and I don't care. It's mine. It's not yours. Now, in some DC news, it seems that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, is, well, back on track. And little Jimmy has founded a screenwriter, and her name is Anna Nogueira. Huh? Who be she, you might ask? Well, according to the Hollywood Reporter, she did an acting stint on Vampire Diaries, the Michael J. Fox show, and on a Star series called Hightown. And she does have, well, one writing credit to her name, the off-Broadway play called Which Way to the Stage. Okay. And now I ain't bagging on her by any means, and I think it's great to give newbies a break and all, but how in the hell did she manage to grab this gig? I mean, this is going to be a pretty high-profile movie, I would think, or at least hope so. I mean, Gunn is the new DC Messiah that is going to single-handedly save the DC brand, is he not? Now, for clarification, I'm not the one stating that he is. It's what is being said about him by those that placed him up on that proverbial pedestal. Well, I tend to think otherwise, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, well, because what other choice is there, for now at least? Well, I wish Ms. Nogueira a great success and all the best sincerely, because with the ones running the show over at WB these days, well, I think she's going to need it. And speaking of the WB, the Hollywood Reporter is reporting they being WB, now want to build their own, and I quote, galaxy far, far away. The studio has picked up the rights originally published from Marvel to Alien Legion, who is described as an intergalactic peacekeeping force fighting an unwieldy government known as the Galactic Union. It seems Deadpool filmmaker Tim Miller will be heading over that project. Now, tell me if I'm wrong here, but didn't WB turn down an offer for its own, and I quote, galaxy far, far away? Turned it down multiple times, I might add. Well, why, yes, they did. And it was none other than Yep, that's right. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. Irony, my friends. Irony. Now, something that has come to light in just, well, the last 24 hours or so, The Hollywood Reporter states that one Pedro Pascal is up for the role of none other than Mr. Fantastic himself, Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. Apparently, if true, it will be all down to the scheduling as to whether he can do it or not. Now, I find this choice, well, rather interesting, mainly because, well, I just don't see him in the role, but then again, I couldn't see Adam Driver doing it either. And, well, he was the last person heavily rumored to be taking on the part of the stretchy superhero with a brain. Personally, I think they should bring back this guy, Ioan Gruffudd, from the first two Fantastic Four movies. I mean, he was pretty damn good in it, and, well, he actually looked the part. Now, no offense to Pedro Pascal. He's a fine actor, to be sure, but as I stated earlier, I just don't see it. Well, at least not yet anyways, but should he get it, more power to him, and I wish, well, in the immortal words of one of my favorite 80s flicks, Major League, CC, Pedro. Well, it now seems that little Jimmy Gunn has been real busy as of late, because yesterday it was reported that one Maria Gabriela has been cast as a villain in Superman Legacy. And she's playing none other than the engineer. Well, it seems that she, the engineer, is a member of the Authority. Her name is Angela Spice, and she replaces her blood with some type of nanotech fluid that enables her to turn her body into various weapons. She can connect to and control computers and repair herself when injured. Kind of sounds like this guy. Anywho, I'm sure there will be a lot more Legacy casting as days go by since the strike is over, and they have a lot of lost time to make up for, and seeing how it seems Gunn is using damn near every DC character in the DC universe in this movie. I mean, so far we've heard, well, Superman, Lois, Jimmy, Perry, a Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, possibly Brainiac, and now the Engineer. Wow. But socks, you might say. I thought this was a Superman solo movie. Well, so did I. But this is Gunn, and I'm not sure he even is capable of making a movie about a standalone character. It's starting to look like one of those clown cars you see at the circus. You know the ones. You open the door and clown after clown comes popping out, stumbling and bumbling all over the place, and you can't really tell one from the other, and you laugh because, well, they are clowns after all. But as I've been saying all along, time will tell. WB, you see, has more issues than a marriage on the rocks going to therapy these days, so, well, I ain't betting anything until I see the final projects. Which leads me to something that has been on my mind a lot as of late about the old WB. The costly failures this past year that almost seemed, well, intentional, if you will. The debacle they created with the off again, on again, then off again casting of certain DC characters. But now he said it, now he didn't. Habits of one little Jimmy Gunn himself. Zaslav's overzealous itchy trigger finger when it comes to shelving costly projects only to get a tax write-off on them. Trigger finger. Gun. Trigger finger. Well, anyways, the wide open door policy that they have given Gunn when it comes to making every single decision regarding the DC, and absolutely nothing is heard from, not even a peep from Peter Safran. They are some $50 billion in the proverbial hole, and yet Gunn is casting damn near every single DC character that he can think of in Superman Legacy, mostly secondary ones. Some no one has even heard of. Selling off streaming rights to other projects. I mean, what in the hell, WB? It almost seems like self-sabotage. If the rumors are true, and more people are starting to believe that, well, they they just might be. The WB is simply holding out until next year so they can sell to the highest bidder. Then what do we really have to look forward to? Why, there have even been calls for a federal probe on WB's practices by Texas Congressman Joaquin Castro for scrapping fully made movies only to ask for tax breaks on them. Now, this all reeks of sketchy business doings by a company that may or may not be looking for the quickest, less painful way out of something that they wish they never would have gotten into. A way out of no matter the cost, no matter who it disappoints, no matter who it hurts. And if the case, then anything can happen. If they can freely shelve a movie that cost in the neighborhood of $100 million in Batgirl, $40 million in Scoob Hunt, and we're willing to do the same thing for Wild E versus Acme for $70 million, then who's to say that they just can't or won't cancel something before it even begins to make it look more profitable? Well, please keep in mind that these are only speculations on my part. I'm not wishing for any of this, mind you. I'm just someone who's been a diehard fan of DC for a very, very long time and simply want to see it return to the greatness that I know and that everyone knows that it can be again. And so, with all that said, my friends, let me know how you feel down below in the comments section. Good, bad, happy, or sad. I'd like to know your thoughts on everything I've covered this time around. If you like what we're doing here, please hit that like button and subscribe so we can keep this thing going. And as always, God bless. Thanks for stopping by. Socks out.